Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a KILLSTAR haul. So I've got 3 things to show you. All of them are from the newer collection, so maybe if you're struggling to find reviews, this will be helpful. So I do hope that you do find this video helpful. If you do, you can like this video and subscribe. I have quite a few KILLSTAR hauls on my channel throughout the years, so I'll definitely have some linked at the end of this video and probably throughout the video as well. So I was very kindly gifted these 3 pieces from KILLSTAR. I am on their list of people to send out for PR and stuff, so they did send me an email asking me if I wanted to pick out some new things from their collections. 2 of them are dresses and 1 of them is a skirt. That's typically what I pick from KILLSTAR. It's usually dresses, skirts or tops. In my order there was the packaging slip, so I can kind of read out the prices and what they're called and the sizes that I got them in, and I'll also have a try on of each piece after I have talked about it, so you kind of get an idea of what it looks like on. Also, this is exciting. So they've been doing a lot of collaborations. They've done a Beetlejuice one, which there was that sandworm pencil dress, which looks really nice. They had a Gremlins collection, which looks so cool. Unfortunately, there wasn't loads I loved from it because Gizmo wasn't on as much as I had hoped. But the creature of Gizmo looks really cute, and they have this adorable cardigan that has him inside the pocket, which is so cute. So that's definitely on my list for the future. But now they're doing a Lost Boys collection, which I'm really hoping is going to be good because I love all things vampires. I love the Lost Boys film, and this whole graphic red with the bats looks really cool. So I'm really looking forward to this. Honestly, one thing I'm super happy with, one other thing kind of on the fence about, and another thing, and the last piece I'm not crazy about. But I'll start with the thing that I love the most. So I actually kind of hummed and hawed about adding this dress kind of to my wish list, just because it's quite similar to some other things that I have, and by that I mean it's got the classic square neckline that I seem to go for all the time, maybe a bit too much. But I do love this style of neckline, and I'm actually really pleased to pick this one up because it's really nice, and it's a lot nicer than I was expecting it to be. So this is called the COTTAGE Chorus Skater Dress, and it's in black and pink, and the labels are just like this, the KILLSTAR ones with the moon. Unfortunately, they have taken away those kind of chunky kind of tags inside that used to say quotes on. It just says magic in every stitch, so they have done away with those big kind of bulky tags with the quotes. And this one I got in an extra small because I was looking through my wish list, and I clicked on some of the reviews and people said it came up very big, and I'd seen that 3 times, so I made sure to get this one in a size down, and I'm so glad I did. So the reviews are right. Size down for this one, and this one costs $45, so probably standard for their kind of long sleeve dresses, I would say, because that's probably about what, £40. And it's quite a simplistic piece, but it's really nice. So to begin with, it does kind of have, I mean, I said square neck, it definitely has more of a scoop neck. Yeah, so it definitely goes down a bit more in the middle, and this is a very low cut dress, but not to the point where it's risky. I put this on and I did have to kind of throw it back a little bit, but for the most part I would say it's all right, and I'm not too worried about it falling down or anything. But it does have quite a low neck, and I think if I would have got it in my usual size, because my usual size is a size small, I think it would have been way too gapey and just completely unwearable. So I would recommend sizing down for this one. And then it's got kind of normal sleeves, and I'll show you the print in a minute because it's really pretty. But I really liked this just extra added detail with a puff sleeve. I just love that, and it kind of sits right over, it kind of goes out from your wrist and kind of flares out onto your hands, so it just looks so pretty. I just love anything with a little bit of a fancy sleeve. Yeah, it basically is a kind of skater dress. So you've got the waistline there, and then it just kind of goes out into a skater dress. It's not super short, and it's not like a midi dress on me. I think it reaches a bit above the knee if I remember correctly, but you will see in the try on that I will include. But it was a really nice length, and I think this is actually going to be quite a nice autumnal piece. Usually I do kind of pink looks for spring. This is probably more of a spring dress, and I probably will wear this more in the spring because I tend to go towards more like dark florals in the springtime. But I think this will actually be a really nice kind of transition dress from summer, whenever that ends, to autumn. And it's also a really, really nice material, and that's what I think makes this piece stand out, because it's actually made of cotton. It's 94% cotton, 6% elastane, so it does have that like stretch to it. If I hold it up, like, it definitely has some stretch. It feels like a really nice kind of thick material. So if I hold this up, like, it's not see-through at all. I don't even think even when I stretch it, it's not see-through. And it just feels really kind of like warm and kind of cozy when you have it on. So I think this, even in the winter, if you had this with like a coat and maybe some extra layers, like, you could definitely get away with this depending on how cold your winters are, I guess. But I really, really liked this, and the quality of this definitely impressed me. And then the print of it is like these kind of almost deep brown purple leaves with these kind of pink, I'm not even sure what type of flowers these are, but there's just like different shades of pink flowers with these kind of other leaves and vines and stuff. It's just a really pretty design, and that's all over the dress. It's on the front, on the back, on the sleeves. The only thing I'd say maybe is like the seam line, but honestly I don't think it's too obvious. Like, sometimes if you've got a pattern and then you cut it off and then you go into the skirt, sometimes it can look quite obvious, but I think because you've got this whole flower there, it doesn't look that bad actually at all. So I think this piece has just been done really nicely. Like, quality is really, really nice. The stitching seems nice. It seems really neat inside as well. I'm just really, really impressed with this one, and this is definitely my favorite. I can't wait to wear this with, like, I mean, I've got like a peachy kind of eyeshadow look on today, but I've got one that's more of like a, I call it like a dead rose pink that kind of would match this really, really well. So I can't wait to put like a look together with that. I also think this dress would look really nice, kind of grunged up, if that's a word, with like a harness or maybe a belt. I've got the belt from KILLSTAR, and it's like the one that almost looks like a harness, but it doesn't have the straps that go over your shoulders, and it's got these hearts on it. So I think I'll probably pair that with this, with like a pink eyeshadow look. I think that would look really, really nice. And I'd say this is worth the price, 100%. So yeah, that was, I've just realised it's got pockets. Wow, that makes it even better. So it does actually have pockets on either side. It's kind of funny because, like, I feel like every girl gets excited about pockets, and like, I don't know if it's just me, but I always forget to use them because it's like I'm not used to having pockets. So when I have them, I'm just like, well, obviously this doesn't have pockets, and then it does. Well, that's a bonus then. So this is definitely my favorite piece out of the three that I chose, and it's funny because I was between this and something else, and so I'm really glad I picked this. And from first impressions, would recommend, and it's just a really, really nice quality dress. So yeah, you can even tell by, like, you know, when you bunch it up, it just looks really thick. It's a really nice quality dress. So yeah, this was the first one. now on to the second piece. Now this is a skirt, and this is the one that I'm kind of torn about. I think in theory I really like it, but the quality just seems so much lower than that last dress I showed you. So this is called, I think it's called like the Blood Rose. Yeah, the Blood Rose skirt. I got it in a size small, and it's 96% polyester, 4% elastane, and this is $50. So it's actually $5 more than that dress I just showed you, but it's, I mean, you can just tell. I feel like you can just tell, like the quality just isn't there. I'll go through the details first, and then I'll kind of go into the quality issues. So to begin with, it is like a basic kind of skater skirt style, but it actually puffs out so nicely. I put this with a velvet skirt when I tried it on, and that outfit looked so nice. So maybe I'll try that on in the try on so you can kind of see what I mean. Almost with like a corset style black velvet top, and this just looks really nice. And it just has that like puff to it where it's so flattering. It doesn't make you look like wider or weird, or it has a very, very nice shape to it. I really like this kind of fake leather waistband. I think it just gives it something extra. It's a lot nicer than if it was just like this material. And it's a really, really nice soft fake leather. And then it's got 2 buckles at either side. I think these are just decorative. I mean, you could adjust it, I suppose. I don't know how much that would really impact the size of it. And because this is a fake leather waistband, it doesn't have much stretch to it. You could say it's got a little bit of give, but once that like zip is up, it's not that much. So you kind of want to make sure you get this in your size, which I would say is kind of accurate. There's been times where I've been a medium in a KILLSTAR like skirt, like specific styles, but generally I'm a small. I got this in a small, and it does fit me very well. So I'd say like go with your usual size for this. And then yeah, so the buckles are on the front, and then it's plain on the back, and then it just goes into this very obviously polyester material. Now I would say on camera the roses are super obvious, like I can definitely see where all those roses are. In person it's a little bit harder to see. I'd say the roses are like darker. I don't mind it too much. I really like deep red roses, not like the bright roses. I don't mind it too much, but just know that it isn't as obvious of a print as it's coming up on camera. And there is this zip that goes all the way down on the left hand side. Now my quality issues are, when I got this out I was like, oh, this just doesn't feel like a $50 skirt. Like it wasn't what I was expecting. I've had quite a lot of KILLSTAR skirts over the many years of buying from KILLSTAR. This has probably been the worst one quality wise. There's no lining or anything. Like it's literally the polyester, like that's it. And like I'll definitely get wear out of this because I love the shape of it. Like I think that kind of saves it for me. But the material is very thin, and it's just like, if this was $20 I'd be like, you know what, fair enough. But it's $50 and it's like $5 more than that dress, and that dress is so lovely. So yeah, I'm really not a fan of the price point for the material that's been used with this. It's just, I think maybe if it just had like a lining inside, maybe that would have just given it something more. But I don't know. If you do have this, let me know if you think the same. But it just doesn't feel like a KILLSTAR skirt to me. It feels more like, you know, like somewhere that's lower quality. Which is a shame because I think the design is really, really nice. The other thing is this zip gets stuck every time here. Like I'm worried I'm gonna break it. And I'm not even wearing it, and it's harder to do up when, and it has this, I don't know if you like the camera could pick it up, but it has this sound where I'm like, oh my gosh, that is gonna break. Like it's so stiff. Like it's so stiff. And it just makes, yeah, it just makes these noises where I'm like, oh, I really hope that's not gonna break. It could just be, it gets easier the more you like unzip it and zip it up. That could be the case, but I was a bit worried putting this on. I was like, oh, that does not seem great. Yeah, those are my two main problems. The zip is kind of stiff, but that might ease up with time. And I just really don't like this polyester material. And like I don't have a problem with polyester in general, because a lot of things are made from polyester. I know some people, you know, try and stay away from that because it's not the best material. But this obviously feels like polyester, and that's, I think, my problem. It feels very, very lightweight, and it's kind of one of those things where it would be good in the summer, but if I paid $50 for this, I would be very disappointed and I would have sent it back. So I would say if you are after this, definitely wait for a sale for this one. Like, do not buy this at $50. The length is kind of short, but I don't mind because I'm short, so it's a good length on me, but it would definitely be short if you're, I mean, I'm 5'2", if that gives you a guideline, and you will see on the try on as well. But yeah, so that is this skirt. I just wish like material was better. Even, do you know what? If this was in velvet, I would have died. Like I think they brought out a rose print in velvet and they didn't bring out a skater skirt, and I was gutted because I would have 100% bought that. So it's almost like it's come back, but the material is just not it. Anyway, that is the blood rose skirt. Last one is one that I'm actually so gutted about, and this is called the Sorcerous dress, and this was my #1 pick. Like, as soon as they emailed me, I was like, yes, like this one is so pretty. I love the print. The velvet is gorgeous. I don't have much in grey either, so it's very different to what I usually pick. And it's got these like gargoyles. Oh, I didn't even zip it up. It's got these gargoyles on it that just give me like Bram Stoker vibes with the logo. Let's see if I can find one. I think there's one here. Like, doesn't that just make you think of Bram Stoker? And like, look how pretty this material catches the light. Like, seriously. It's just like metallic, and like I have such a nice makeup look that would go with this. I've got this like black metallic, it was like almost like a metallic grey lipstick, and it would just match so well. And like I just had so much hope for this, and I'm really hoping I can make it work. But this area is just huge. Like, this chest area is way too low. You might think like, oh, maybe I should size down, but because it's velvet and it's a little bit clingy, like if I size down on the stomach, that would not be good. So it's almost like I'd be better with like a small from the waist down and then an extra small from like the chest up, which is one of my many problems. But it's just a shame. I mean, I'm gonna try it on again and see what I can do with it, because I really want to make this work, because I love like the almost like winter vampy vibes with this, like gargoyle. Oh, I just really like this one. I'll go through the details, which is probably what I should have started with anyway, but it does have this like kind of unique neckline. So it goes down, but it almost goes out, so it kind of goes out into like a diamond shape like this. But it's just like, it's such a low neckline, like so low. And this is a small, like, I don't know. And then it's got this like cute grey moon charm in the middle, and then it's got like the seam lines to kind of make out where the chest would be, which hopefully you can see. Then it's got these really cool sleeves, so they start off like kind of arm hugging, and then they go out and then they go into this kind of sleeve. Is this a bell sleeve? I feel like it is, but again, like, it's just bringing the vampy vibes. And again, like, the way it catches the light is so pretty. I love this material. I feel like if this would have been like a skater skirt, like a velvet skater skirt, I would have been better with that, but it's not, so I'm gonna have to try and make this work. It has a huge zip all the way down it, so in like the center on the back, so it's really easy to kind of get on and off. And then the kind of, oh, that was it, the way the waistline is, I don't feel like is flattering in the stomach. So usually, like, you have the waistline and it sits across your waist and it usually flares out. This one, it like has that seam under the chest and then it goes into like a point which almost highlights your stomach. I think it was supposed to be like a, people reference like an ice skating kind of outfit almost, and I thought I would like it in theory, because again, it's different. It's got a different kind of waistline to it. If you see, it's got like a point, and I thought maybe it would almost be like corset style, but it definitely just highlights the stomach area, which, because it's velvet, it's already quite tight, so I just don't love that. And then it goes down into this skater skirt, and it's cool because it's got this, like, the longer point is at the front and then it kind of goes up in the sides. So it's, again, it's just very different to what I usually pick. The waistline's different, the neckline's kind of different. It's got this, you wouldn't call it asymmetric, but it kind of goes longer in the middle and then like goes up kind of towards your hips, I guess. So just very unique and very different. Overall, I'm just gutted that it just doesn't work for me. I mean, I did try it on at the end of the day, which didn't help, so I'm gonna try it on again maybe at the start of the day, and see what it looks like and see what I can do with it, because I really want to make it work, because it just, again, it just looks like that kind of winter goth vampy kind of gargoyle look, and I just really liked that theme, and that's what I wanted to kind of do with this. Yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed in that, but I will show you the print up close, because I'm not sure if you've really seen a lot of it, but yeah, I really liked this print, and I like the way it catches the light as well. It's just really, really pretty. So yeah, I'm not sure like how I would recommend you to go like sizing wise for this, because if I size down, like, the stomach wouldn't fit me. So it's like I'm kind of stuck in that can't size down, can't size up either. So I would say go with your normal size. I was just disappointed it just didn't fit me like how I wanted it to. The quality seems nice. It's like a thick velvet. It does feel like nice quality. It's a nice kind of shade of velvet. And the only thing that I don't like is this zip doesn't zip up all the way, which is really weird. It just kind of gets stuck. Like, I'm pulling that and it just doesn't do up. So I do find that weird. It's almost like it needs to like go like that, but it just won't. So there's that. That was the Sorceress dress. but that was $45. I'd say that's a fair enough price. That's about £40. So £40 for a long sleeve dress I feel like is kind of standard. So yeah, I'd say the prices for everything are reasonable apart from the skirt, which I think is definitely overpriced, but the other two I'd say are like fair enough. So that was my KILLSTAR haul and review. I hope you found it helpful, especially because these are newer pieces. But yeah, let me know what you think of these pieces in the comments. I would love to know. A big thank you again to KILLSTAR for gifting me these pieces. I'll also have some styling photos of these on my Instagram. It's at simply_spooky. I will leave it on the screen for you here. Do like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. As I said, I've got lots of KILLSTAR hauls if you want to go and binge one of my playlists. I will have it linked in the description box below for you. Hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.